level setting our expectations of ourself, of our business, and of our audience. Um, this morning, I was sitting in I have a sacred time in the morning where I get quiet, I read, I journal. And one of the things that came up for me this morning was that in that stillness, in that quiet time, if I'm still feeling that pressure, if I'm still feeling that, gosh, I have all these expectations on myself, then activating that becomes so much harder because I'm coming from a place of force and I'm coming from a place of pressure. But if I take that stillness and I'm able to release that pressure and release that expectation, then I can come from a place of service. I can come from a place of joy. I can come from a place of I am the expert. So, um, let's talk about expectations. I want to tell you guys a story. I love telling stories. And the story is really relevant because it's the story around how I built the startup. So, what I want to ask all of you is as you're listening to this story, I'd like you to think about, have you built a business? So, you are here, you are building your business, you have a goal, you want to get a certain place, you want people to hire you. I have little things going off and I don't know what they are. So, um, let me just go get rid of them. Okay. Um, and ask yourself, is this the first time that you've ever built a business? And have you have you helped others build businesses in the past? So, being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, what 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 level of expertise do you have around actually building a business? So, I want you to think about that from a sense of, if this is a new concept for me and building an actual business is new for me, what type of expectation do I actually have on myself, on my business, and on my audience? So I want you to be thinking about that as I share this true story with you. Okay, so back a little bit of backstory. I spent 17 years at the bank developing top performing sales leaders, and those sales leaders were going out and bringing in business owners to the bank. And I then worked with those business owners and helped them build out, as an advisor, as a consultant, as a coach, help them build out their plan so they could build their businesses. So I had two audiences that I was working with for all of those years. That's that's important because I then took all of that and went over to a really complex fintech startup, high growth fintech startup. And even though I had all of these years of context around how to build businesses, when I went over to this startup, this fintech startup, it took 2 years for us to figure out how to activate this infamous flywheel that I talk with all of you about and coach all of you about what actions you should be taking to generate income. So even with 17 years of constant everyday training, coaching, consulting, building businesses, even with all of those years, when I went over to a white space startup and knew how to build businesses, it still took 2 full years of figuring out, of testing and experimenting and using those same actions and those same activities and the same organization, the same thing I give you guys. It still took 2 years to figure out how to build this startup. And even after those 2 years, there was still a ton of work to do, especially when it came to activating the flywheel in sales and marketing. So, I share that story because I want you to think about what the expectation you have on the place that you are in your business right now and the level of knowledge that you have on actually building a business, because we put this expectation on ourselves that if if we if we are so super passionate about what we do, then that's all it's going to take for other people to buy what we do, and that's going to grow our business. And I see it really often with clients that they're so passionate about what they do. And because they're so passionate about what they do, and because people are like excited about what they're bringing to the world, that they think that that's what it's going to take for people to buy. And the reality is you're the only one that's as passionate about your business, and you'll always be the only one that's as passionate about your business. And it's actually your job, instead of other people, to magically get excited and be passionate about your business. It's your job to ensure that you are out there creating the passion in others so they want what you have. And that takes a lot of time and practice and experimenting. It does. So, when I share with you there's only 4 ways for you to get sales, when I share that with you and all of my stuff, that is exactly the stuff that I did to build this really complex fintech startup that was I was so passionate about. Just like you guys, I was so passionate about getting capital into small businesses' hands. This was a way for small businesses to be able to grow really quickly and get access to capital that they can't get in a traditional way by going to the bank, because the bank wasn't giving them money. And I'm like, this is such life-changing stuff. This is so tangible. I was so excited. And people were like fawning over it. They loved it. But I wasn't getting buyers out of the get-go. I wasn't getting buyers for a while, right? So I had to rinse and repeat over and over, figure out who is the target audience. I had to figure out what was the right outreach, who were the right partners, what ecosystem do I need to be living in, and what inbound marketing should I really be focused on to nurture these activities over and over and over again with the right quality audience, with the right quantity volume. And that's what I did, along with a million other things, because it was a startup. So I get it. Like, I get that, like, solo entrepreneurs, we are managing all these other things. But at the end of the day, our primary focus needs to be building our audience where they like us, they trust us, they need us, and they're willing to buy. And that's going to happen when we talk to them one on one. So when we talk to them one on one and we really master that call and how we walk through the pathway for them to uncover whether or not they actually need us, that's where the magic happens. Is when we bring our heart to that call, we walk them down that path, and they find out, "Oh my gosh, I really need this in my life right now, and can you help me?" So you have that ability to do all of those things. And I know it sounds like a lot, but it is absolutely precious. It's precious. It's like, hold this as a gift that you're able to do this work. This is what you do to build your business. This is what you do to build your business. And it comes from an energy of passion. It comes from an energy of I get to. It comes from an energy of Boy, if I do all this, imagine what can happen. And remember that this is your business that you get to build. It's not just you, it's your business. It's not just you, it's your business. So all the things that happen, it's not personal. This is the stuff you do to build a business. Not, gosh, what if someone says no to me and that feels like rejection? How is that impacting your business? Not you, your business, right? So we need to look at it from that point of view, that this isn't you building you, this is you building your business. Okay. I really wanted to share that story with you guys today. I felt like it was really relevant as we were going into the end of the quarter. So listen, take notes, give feedback, go and do it. Go and do it. All right, everyone. Thanks for taking the time. If you watch this later, and enjoy your Tuesday.